the United States is the number one destination for the Korea's overseas investment and also the biggest investor to Korea. 1/5 of Korea's overseas investment goes to the United States, and 1/4 of the Korea's total foreign direct investment comes from the United States. Korea is an important partner to the United States as well. Korea is the seventh largest export market for the U.S. goods and the third largest export market in Asia in terms of services. The Korea's FTA, which took effect in March last year, laid a solid foundation for deeper economic cooperation between our two countries. The heads of our two nations stated in May that the Korea's FTA embodies the positive evaluation of our partnership and demonstrates how deeply the United States and the Republic of Korea are committed to share the future of the growth and prosperity. There are many hurdles to overcome before the FTA finally came into effect, but the positive effects it has already shown proves that the objection and the worries that has raised in the process were misguided. With the Korea's FTA, the United States became Korea's third largest trading partner in 2012, moving up from the fourth place in 2011. Over the past years, we have seen a 48% increase in imports of U.S. cars to Korea and 130% of increase in imports of oranges from the United States. The U.S. products are competing fairly for the Korean consumers. The Korea's FTA has made institutions more transparent and has lowered the investment barriers. Accordingly, after the FTA came into effect, American companies have more than doubled their investment in Korea. Cooperation between the Korean and American businesses is also growing in terms of its scope, expanding beyond the manufacturing sector, such as automobiles and electronics, toward the energy and the services sector. In this regard, the MOTI and the DOE announced a joint statement in May to enhance cooperation in energy sector, including shale gas, hydrate, and clean energy. Korea is still yet to recover its high growth rate it experienced before 2007. There is also room for improvement in the economic scheme to achieve the government goal of 70% employment rate. To address these issues, the Korean government is pursuing a few set of the policies. The first one is creative economy. Creative economy values creativity and innovation. It creates jobs and adds value by bringing science, technology, and ICT together in order to encourage convergence among industries as well as between the industries and the culture. The Korean government, by reforming roles and institutions and reducing regulations, plans to establish an industrial ecosystem where the individual imagination and the creativity may be fully integrated into traditional industries. In particular, MOTI plans to upgrade the manufacturing and energy industries by combining these with knowledge-based industries such as engineering and design. In the case of the American businesses, such as yourselves, the innovation has always been a core value. The drive toward the creative economy will provide new opportunities to diversify your business activities within Korea. To fully enjoy the benefits of the creative economy, I need a system in which everyone is rewarded fairly for the efforts they provide. To this end, the Korean government aims to provide a business environment that ensures fair competition and a level playing field. I believe that this is in line with the values of the American entrepreneurship, which emphasizes fair play and transparency. In particular, the American businesses have long been dedicated to corporate social responsibility activities and creating shared values. Korea's emphasis on fair competition is sure to offer more favorable conditions to enhance your brand images and expand your businesses in Korea. MOTI plans to actively take part in establishing a healthy business environment by working to create a market where small and medium-sized companies can realize their full potential. In the process, my ministry will work closely with the business sector and listen to their opinions to ensure that the newly introduced measures would not be a burden to them. Lastly, the President Park and the economic policymakers are making a substantial effort to create a business-friendly environment. I understand that the domestic business environment, including labor and investment-related measures, are as important for foreign investment companies as it is for domestic companies. Based on this understanding, the Korean government announced measures to improve the investment-related regulations in early May as part of its efforts to support the business in expanding their investment. Foreign companies in Korea draw significant attention from my ministry in that they account for 6.2% of total employment and 14.1% of added value in the economy. In particular, the MOTI is currently considering policy measures to strengthen support for the foreign investment companies based on their contribution to job creation and innovation. We will listen closely to your opinions in bringing these measures into practice. The global economy currently faces a number of challenges. The recovery of the Eurozone economy is slow, and emerging countries are showing the weakened growth. As the Korea learned from its own experiences, the key to overcoming such difficulties is open up the markets. As such, I'm assure you, Korea is fully committed to free trade. In 2011, Korea surpassed the 1 trillion marks in trade value and became the world's 9th largest trading nation. Korea's dependence upon foreign trade is 110% as of 2011, the highest among the G20 nations. These figures indicate that the great importance of trade for the Korean economy, and this entails the need for an open trade policy. With an inauguration of the government early this year, the MOTI has become in charge of the trade policies, including negotiations and implementation of trade agreements. MOTI and its predecessors have long moving forward with strategies to expand trade and to establish partnership with the business sector. As such, commitment to a more open economy and business-friendly environment is deeply engraved in the ministry's DNA. Following the footsteps of the predecessors, MOTI will continue to help foreign businesses operating in and out of Korea.